What up? What up? What up? What up? Hit that like button, guys. You guys come in. You're watching live on a nice, hot, sizzling day out here inside New York City, live, Manhattan. The Diddy trial is the talk of the day. And guys, the defense is going in. They are going in on the witness on the stand right now, who is testifying that she was dangled off a balcony 17 stories up, and the defense, these defense is going in like just a buzzsaw. Hit the like button, guys. You guys come in. Of course, I'm Raze. I'm Raze. Shout out to everybody who has been tuning in over the past couple of weeks live from the Diddy trial. Um, it has been, let's just say, a cool experience out here, meeting a lot of different content creators that is covering this trial. And it's some weird people out here. Definitely some weird people, but it has been fun covering this. But uh, like I said, the Diddy's defense team is going in right now on that lady that claims she was dangled off of the balcony. Now, you guys see the title on the Diddy defense team is going to go in. Going to go in, pound the Jane that is supposed to be testifying a little bit after Brianna, who's on the stand right now. They are going to pound her. I think Diddy's defense team, they do a good job at going at the female alleged victims, because the female alleged victims, they did not file any police reports, and it was more of a he said she said type thing, and the Diddy defense team is doing a great job in tripping up. That's all they got to do. They are trying to trip up the witnesses, the female witnesses, alleged victims that are taking a stand, and in front of that jury, that says a lot. You know what I mean? That says a lot, and it puts some seeds some doubt inside those jurors' heads. So they're doing a good job with that actually, and I'm going to get into the person on the stand right now. She is getting pounded right now. They are catching her in like a cross up. She is slipping on a banana peel right now inside that court building down the street. We're gonna walk over there a little bit later on. But I said let me catch some shade over here. Uh, Hit that like button. Shout out to you, DSW. Yeah. Hopefully your moms feel better, bro. DSW. Shout out to you. Raze have been using the baby oil thumbnail since I mentioned it. Yeah, anonymous. Hey, it's the case about baby oil, anonymous. Hit that like button, guys. You guys come in. Hit that like button. Live for the Diddy trial. Uh, yeah, man. They are going to town. My prediction is, the Jane is going to come up, and the usual. Diddy did this. Diddy did that. Diddy assaulted me. Diddy maybe smacked me on the ass or something like that. And then the defense team is going to come in and just go ahead and trip her up. Now, Jane is not her real name, so we might as well just call her Jane Doe. But they have her down as Jane. She's going to be testifying, and of course, she's going to talk about all types of abuse. Now, I don't know. Still, we haven't seen about the underage stuff. We haven't seen a victim that said that they were underage enter the courtroom to testify yet. So that's going to be huge if that was to happen. While Ray's got the baby oil, hey, hey, I baby oil, but not for the reason Diddy was using it. Man, hit that like button, though. Come on, guys. We all use baby oil at some point, but not for the Diddy reason. Well, some of you guys probably did. Shout out to LA Wilkes. The thin black line is in the building. Shout out to you, man. How you doing? LA Wilkes. LA Wilkes is in the building. The baby oil is diabolical. Says Jack Black. Yo, like I said, guys, Diddy, man. Diddy's defense team is going in right now. Right now, as we speak, inside that court building. Inside that court building, going in, tripping this lady up on the stand, and Jane Doe is next. Brianna right now, is on the stand right now, but they are tripping her up. I'm gonna get into what's going on up in there. Hit that like button. Like I said, shout out to you, DSW. Said you couldn't make it down here. Like I said, hopefully your mom's or your grandmother. My fault. Hopefully your grandmother, her heart feels better. You know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But get the lights up, guys. Let's see. Now, I got some notes, guys. What's going on inside that courtroom today? Like I said, uh, over the past few days, right? Diddy had a great win with the Mia lady, her testimony. They cross-examined her and pretty much destroyed her. Well, you know what? I want to use the word destroy. Let's just say they scored the victory. I think they scored the victory for the Diddy defense team. And then the prosecutors came back for the next couple of days with the RICO, with the $20,000 that was paid by Cassie's mom to prevent Diddy from allegedly releasing the freak off videos, and then $100,000 payment to the security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel, you know, as a bribery to get the video footage of him beating down on Cassie. Okay, so the prosecutors had a great couple of days, and then, like I said, Diddy's team had an opportunity to go at this woman that's on the stand right now, and they are very good at it. So they are rebounding from the whole money stuff with the basically bribery, and you can say extortion or blackmail towards Cassie's mother. So they are rebounding. So this is where Diddy team shine. They shine when they can cross-examine the females that's on the stand that, you know, or just alleging that they are victims, which I never thought that would be a strong point of this. I thought just because these females is going to be testifying that Diddy did this, Diddy did that, it's assault or word that Diddy might be buried. But according to people that be inside the courtroom, the jurors like the cross-examining by Diddy's defense of the female witnesses, and they pretty much be siding with Diddy's defense in that aspect. So that kind of helps with the jurors. It's all about the jurors and their decision on what they are going to decide to do. Double tap the live, people, subscribe. Yeah, like I said, shout out to my guy DSW. I will see you back out here when you do make it back out here over the next few days, covering this Diddy trial. Now, this trial started a little bit later on about later than usual. It's normally started around 9:30 in the morning. It started about 11:30. So yeah, for whatever reason, I don't really know why, but thanks again, bro. But it's my grandmother, and yes, yeah, it was your grandmother. Salute, Norman. How you doing, Norman? Live for the Diddy trial. Salute to you. What up, Norman? Good talking to you on well, no, that wasn't you, but shout out to you, Norman. Hit the like button, guys. You want to create live streams like this using StreamYard? Hit that link right there. $10 off. $10 off. Now, this is according to CNN. Right. Balcony incident testimony shows mob-like behavior. Prosecutors need to prove case. Legal experts say. Now, the prosecution is trying to prove mob-like behavior by Diddy, which a lot of you guys already believe. You know, he has shown mob-like behavior like over the years, right? Even before this case, you know, reports and stuff been coming out, you know, rumors and stuff like that, like people that work for him, artists and the like. Now, this goes on to say a woman testimony that Sean Diddy Combs dangled her over a 17-story balcony demonstrated the mob-like behavior that prosecutors need to prove racketeering conspiracy. Former federal prosecutor Alice Adamson said today. All right, Brianna testified yesterday that Combs held her over a balcony and threw her onto balcony furniture on September 2016. Now, remember those dates, guys, because what's going on inside the courtroom right now, the defense is pounding her on this, and I think they're doing a great job. But let's continue to listen to what this former prosecutor said on CNN. All right, the incident was previously mentioned in a civil suit filed by Brianna against Combs in November 2024. I think it's extremely impactful if the jury ultimately believes it, Adamson said on CNN this morning with Audie Cornish. Okay, the mob-like behavior, Adamson said, and that's what prosecutors need to prove the racketeering conspiracy aspect of the case. He needs to be behaving in a pattern of abuse, threats, and violence. That's the theme. Adamson said it was notable that Brianna was not an intimate partner of Combs, so she did not have any sexual relationship with Combs. I think the prosecution scored points uh, with this testimony, but now we're going to see how she holds up on cross-examination by the Diddy defense, which now, guys, she is getting buried right now. Guys, I tell you, she is being buried by the Diddy's defense team. I'm going to read to you what's going on inside that courtroom, and hit that like button, guys. And that's why I said the Diddy's defense is going to pound on the Jane Doe lady that's going to be testifying later also. So let's see. I think the prosecution scored points. She said Brianna is all right. She's going to set the return, which she's in there right now. She is trying to answer the questions, but they are tripping her up with some important details about 2016 incident, which she said Diddy dangled her off of a balcony on the 17th floor. All right. Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that included racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. If convicted on all counts, he could face up to life in prison. Addison noted it only takes one juror for there to be a hung jury. So that's what Diddy's team is hoping for. Diddy's team is praying that the one person in that jury is liking the fact that the cross-examination is tripping up some of the females that is alleging abuse on certain occasions. And maybe one of the jurors might say, you know what? Yeah, he probably did the financial stuff with the RICO, the bribery, the blackmail, but you know, some of the people were lying, and they don't appreciate the prosecution bringing up some of the female witnesses that are lying, and may find them not guilty. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. So that's very important, because if it was just automatic that all right, he's automatic guilty of the RICO because of the $20,000 that was wired and the $100,000, that means that the trial is over. That means no point of even having no more witnesses, right? If that means automatic guilt, right? So let me see. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, guys. Live from the Diddy trial. And it goes on. Now, this is from inside. Combs accuser expected to read text messages aloud in court during her closely watched testimony. Yeah, they have been reading text messages between her and Diddy, her and Coolio, of all people. Remember the rapper Coolio, who has since passed away? Coolio, the Gangster's Paradise singer. Been spending most of our lives living in the Gangster's Paradise. So that's that guy. So they're going to be reading text messages, but they have been reading text messages. Listen, Diddy's defense team from yesterday, they have been trying to say that Cassie and this girl Brianna pretty much made up this story about the dangling over the 17th floor to help them enhance their civil suits against Diddy so they can get more money and make their civil suits look believable. Now, I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to frame it that way. That is, you know, that's what they're trying to do in front of the jurors. I don't know if it's going to work, but so far I think they have been doing a pretty decent job. The judge questioned relevance of Brianna's alleged balcony incident in Combs' case. So the judge himself is questioning the alleged balcony incident's relevance to the case. That's wild, though. Why would the judge question the balcony incident relevance? I mean, why is the judge questioning the balcony? I mean, if she comes in, is relevant because if she says it happened to her, if she wants to put it out there on a record that it happened to her, why wouldn't that be relevant to the case? I mean, or the other abuse. I mean, everybody is saying he abused them. So if the balcony incident ain't relevant, that means all the other abuse from these people that said they were abused is not relevant, right? I don't see. I don't understand the judge in this one at all. If you're saying that her testifying that he dangled her over the 17th floor is not, you're questioning the relevance of that to this case, then every other single abuse that Diddy allegedly did should be, you should question the relevance uh, to the case, right? I mean, I would think. Let's see what the judge said. The judge asked the prosecution why Brianna's alleged balcony incident is relevant to the charges against Sean Diddy Combs in the indictment. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic said the incident with Brianna in Cassie Ventura's apartment shows the jury how Combs' violence extended beyond Cassie to other people close to her, which helps prove Sean Diddy Combs' alleged coercion of Cassie. Brianna's testimony will continue shortly. Okay, so, all right. I mean, because I was wondering, I'm like, what does that, why the judge asking that when basically all of these witnesses are coming up saying that he abused them, you know what I'm saying? But that was just, something interesting to read out. Now it happened at it happened at Cassie Ventura, right? All right. Now there was some cross up. They crossed up Brianna yesterday, the Diddy defense team. Cause there's like, look, you said, well, Cassie said that it happened at a hotel with some other person present. You then retracted that. You told Cassie that no, it did not happen there. It happened somewhere else. So the Diddy defense is saying, look, y'all cooked up this story and y'all got y'all story mixed up about the location, and y'all cooked this up just so y'all can make y'all civil suit against Diddy look better by adding that, right? So that's context of what I'm going to get into in a minute about what's going on inside that courtroom. Brianna showed texts with drug photos she sent Cassie after alleged threat from Combs. Diddy's defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland showed Brianna texts with photos of drugs that Brianna sent to Cassie Ventura in the month after she alleged Sean Diddy Combs threatened her at a photo shoot in April 2016. Remember those dates? Brianna testified that the images she sent Cassie appeared to be drugs, but she isn't sure what type. Brianna confirmed that she and Cassie continued their friendship as usual at the time, despite the alleged threats from Sean Diddy Combs. Defense presses Brianna on whether Cassie saw balcony incident. Now, there's some things about, was Cassie actually a witness to your balcony incident? Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland asked Brianna if her longtime friend Cassie Ventura witnessed the moment Sean Diddy Combs allegedly dangled her over a balcony, which has been central to Brianna's testimony in Combs' federal criminal trial. Brianna said she heard Cassie's voice during the incident, but said she couldn't speak to her. Now, guys, did I guys believe this? She said during the time Diddy was dangling her, threatening to kill her, basically, come on, let's be, off of a 17th floor, a la Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice. She said she heard Cassie's voice, but she couldn't speak to her, right? Defense attorney suggested Brianna had told prosecutors several times that Cassie saw the incident. I spoke to them, but again, I don't recall, Brianna said. So that's another trip up right there. And like I said, Diddy's team is pounding on her right now with these trip ups. All right. You said that, Westmoreland, who is Diddy's defense, said Brianna had told prosecutors several times that Cassie saw the incident. Right? But now you're saying you heard Cassie's voice during the incident, but you couldn't speak to her, right? Then you said, I spoke to them, But again, I don't recall. So now she's saying she don't really recall. She don't really remember. Hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button, guys. I listen. Like I said, the prosecutors did well with the money, with the $20,000, the $100,000 bribe. Rico, some people say. But there's other stuff right now with these female victims. They better be careful because they have another female victim coming on, which her name is Jane. That's not her real name, but they're trying to protect her. Diddy's defense team is winning against these female victims. So that's the thing. Will these wins against these female victims leave a lasting impression in the jurors' heads? All they need is one juror to say not guilty. This is a money grab, says DSW. Shout out to you, DSW. Shout out to you, DSW, in your channel. Yesterday when I got home, I re-listened to the testimony and I thought the same thing. Them two were planning the money grabs and Dawn also. So Dawn Richards. If this is so, that's messed up, says DSW. What up, Troy? How you doing, Troy? Salute to you, Troy, down at the Diddy trial. Hit the like button. Double tap the live, people. Subscribe and leave a comment. And my shout out to you, Troy, out there in Queens. Derwin White, shout out to you, Derwin White. Jake White is in the building. Salute. You are roasting today outside, LOL. Well, the first hand roast. Yeah, like I said, shout out to you, Jake White. Right now, we are under the shade. I'm in the shade right now. You know, I'm in the shade. Hit that like button as we go over Diddy's defense. Is they doing their thing? They doing their thing right now. They had to. He hired 10 of them. You know what I mean? When you paying money for 10 different lawyers, I mean, they better do something good. You know what I mean? Or it's a big time waste of money, and you're going to be doing 15 years in prison. You know, they're going to take millions from you in legal fees, and you're still going to do 15 years in prison if your legal team doesn't do their job properly. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm no legal expert at all, but for using my common sense, I think they're doing a fine job. I don't know about you guys. Hit that like button. Defense showed a hotel receipt for Diddy the same day in another state. All right. One Love says that. All right. Defense just showed a hotel receipt for Diddy the same day in another state. Wow. Wait a minute. So are you saying the incident that was supposed to have happened with him dangling her? I'm gonna get to that. Dangling this girl over the balcony. The defense showed a hotel receipt for Diddy the same day in another state. That's what you're saying. So they try to say that Diddy was never in the state to even dangle her over the balcony that day that she claims. Wow. So really, they're going to, if that's true, in the juror's head, they pretty much destroyed all of this lady's testimony with that one receipt. If that receipt proves Diddy was actually not in the state. You know what I'm saying? Now, there were some other things that were said I'm going to get to. Now, Brianna says she kept her distance from Sean Diddy Combs after alleged incident. Also, that's, because they asked her, why would you go back around a person that keeps threatening you and dangled you off of a 17-story balcony? He could have killed you. I don't care if that was Michael Jackson in his prime or like, you don't go back and work for that guy and go to a party. Now, she's testified that she went to a party a few days later, right after the incident, and went to a concert featuring Diddy a few days after that incident. Who does that? I'll be going right to the police at that point and be like, yo, this guy tried to kill me. What if he would have, if that's true, if it's true, what if he would have accidentally slipped and like you slipped out of his hands as he's dangling you over the 17-story building? And what's to stop him from doing it again? Now, there has been some heavy drug use by Diddy, right? What's to stop him from getting high again and doing that to you randomly? Are you crazy? Man, some people just got death wishes. Because if that really happened, I mean, she a death wish. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna say abuse. They're gonna say brushed, and the usual, guys. The usual. Hit the like button. All right, under Frank Black. Now, Frank Black is the alias name that Diddy likes to use, and also sometimes Frank White. Remember the song, from Biggie Smalls? He always, Biggie Smalls used to like to use Frank White in references in his song. So under Frank Black, got you, One Love. Wow, that's big right there. So basically, they're just like discrediting the whole testimony, and now in the juror's eyes, well, they're like, hey, prosecution, this is your one of your witnesses that you did you vet her? What other witnesses may be lying? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying 100% that she's lying, but I mean, it's not looking good. After a good day yesterday with the whole $20,000 and $100,000, this is not looking good at all for the defense. I mean, for the prosecution. And it seems like the judge tried to save the prosecution by asking, "Hey, wait a minute, what's the what? Hey, why is this girl here? Why is this important? Why is this dangling over the balcony important to what Diddy is charged with?" So he tried to. It seems like they're trying to get her off the stand. And I don't know if y'all peeped that by him asking that, and then prosecutor like, well, it shows a pattern of violence to people, not only to Cassie but other people in the circle. I think the judge was trying to get her off the stand. Hit that like button, guys. Let me put this on right quick. Try to cool down this battery a bit because it's a hot day. So I'm gonna read to you what else, some other stuff that happened. Let me put this photo up a little bit. I'm gonna try to cool down this battery. I don't want the battery to get overheated. So I'm gonna put the photo of the baby oil on. Hit that like button. We're gonna walk over to the other side once I'm done with all this. Let me try to cool this battery off. Get the lights up, guys. Get the lights up. Get the lights up, guys. Live from the Diddy trial. Just want to cool off this battery a bit. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. All right. Rihanna testified that she continued to see Sean Diddy Combs occasionally after the balcony incident. In late September 2016, defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland asked if she was afraid to be around Sean Diddy Combs. I kept my distance, she said. Rihanna confirmed that she went to one of Combs' concerts on October 4th, 2016. All right. So, guys, the incident about the balcony happened September 2016, according to her. Then she went to one of Sean Diddy Combs' concerts on October 4th, 2016. I don't think I was around him most of the time, she said. She also confirmed that she went to a club that Combs rented out the following day on October 5th. All right. So October 4th, she went to Diddy's concert, which featured him and some other artists. And then October 5th, She went to a club that Combs rented out. All right, Diddy's defense team asked if she wore her neck brace to the private party. Now, the neck brace she claimed she had to wear because of the injury sustained by Diddy after he roughed her up and held her over the balcony. They asked her about the neck brace. Did she wear the neck brace to the private party? Now, here's the kicker, guys. She said, I probably should have, but I didn't. Rihanna said, boom. Uh, guys, guys, should the defense team say, yo, uh, Judge, we asked that we throw out all this whole testimony from this Brianna, and we asked that the jury to do not take into consideration anything she said because we have caught her in a lie outright. Do y'all believe she has been caught in a lie outright, guys? Has Brianna been caught in lying outright? Hit the like button. Live for the Diddy trial. Let me see your comments. All right, you say I'm good. Yeah. As in, yes, the judge did ask, what does this have to do with the RICO? Says One Love. Yeah. Free Diddy and take Cassie. Oh man. Like I said, guys, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a photo finish when these jurors come for the verdict because this is not good. This is not good to hear that this person wrong in by the prosecution is flat out more than likely lying. More than likely lying. I'm good, drop or not. Kevin Abreu says, so no Frico party tonight. Not that I know of, Kevin. You got one? You going to one, Kevin? Hit the like button. You going to one? Now, hit that like button, guys. Let me see. Let me see the updates from inside there because that's big right into that exchange. Now, Diddy's defense team, all right, asked Brianna, okay, directly if she's lying to the jury before wrapping up cross-examination. So they asked her outright, are you lying? Are you a liar? Big fat liar. Liar, pants on fire. Hit the like button, guys. Wow. Hit that like button. Let's see what the defense. Nicole Westmoreland asked Brianna to confirm that Mr. Combs did not cause you the injuries that you showed us that we saw on your phone with the metadata from September 26, 2016. Brianna says, I cannot agree with you, she said. All right. Defense lawyer Westmoreland pressed further, saying, you came in here and you lied to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. She says, I can't agree with you. She replied once again. So Diddy's defense team just pretty much said, no, you're a liar. You came in here. They told her that she is a liar to her face. To her face in front of the jury. Said, you came in here and you lied to the ladies and gentlemen of this jury. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Now, there was another exchange before that I want to get into also that maybe proved that this girl was lying. There was a couple of other ones. All right. Let's read. All right. Let's read this. Sean Diddy Combs messaged Brianna about friends stopping each other from making mistakes while high. Sean Diddy Combs sent Brianna a message saying that friends should try to stop each other from making mistakes when they get high together. If you're going to do K with her, at least have her back, Sean Diddy Combs wrote. According to the message read aloud inside that courtroom, defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland asked Brianna if she believed Combs wanted her to stop using so many drugs with Cassie. She said, "I can't speak for him," Brianna said. The defense questions why Brianna maintained contact with Ventura Combs after alleged attack. The defense is pressing Brianna over her continued friendship with Cassie Ventura and proximity to Sean Diddy Combs in the time after he allegedly held her over a 17-story balcony in 2016. Okay. CTG Felicia, I still got you on the wrench. I gotta get you that wrench today, CTG. Defense attorney Nicole pointed out that in the weeks following the alleged attack, Brianna texted Cassie offering to get Sean Diddy Combs a hoodie. Okay. Brianna said, "We were trying to be cool." According to the text messages from October 9th, 2016 between Cassie and Brianna, she also agreed to sleep over at Cassie's apartment about 2 weeks after the balcony incident took place, according to her testimony. Isn't it true that you continue to hang out with Sean Diddy Combs and you continue to spend the night at Cassie's house because Mr. Sean Diddy, all right. You continue to spend the night at Cassie's house. All right, let me restart that. Isn't it true that you continue to hang out with Sean Diddy Combs and you continue to spend the night at Cassie's house because Sean Diddy Combs did not cause you those injuries? You heard that? You continue to stay at and visit Cassie's house, and you went over there that night to Cassie's Ventura house because Sean Diddy Combs did not cause you those injuries. Now, here was Brianna's response, guys. Here was Brianna's response. Hit that like button. She said, part of that statement is correct, and part of that statement I can't agree with. Oh man. She said part of that statement. So what part of the statement you can't agree with? The defense asked you, you stayed at Cassie Ventura's house because Sean Diddy Combs did not cause you those injuries, right? Part of that statement I could agree with, part of it I can't, she said. Y'all guess is as good as mine. I'm no legal expert at all, but I'm just using my common sense right here. They are going in on her. Like I said, basically they told her that you are lying in front of this courtroom. Shout out to Tehran. He said, "Good afternoon. Salute to you. Salute to you. Salute to you, Tehran." He said, "CTD Policia, I'm gonna get you that. I mean, we got the baby or you want tap CTG Policia." Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Anybody new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, sub up. Sub up, sub up. Sub up party. Let's see what else was said inside this courtroom. Let me turn the camera back on. Let me move that. My battery seemed to be like it's okay. A little bit live for the Diddy trial. Hit that like button. We're gonna walk over there and see what crazy people are outside. Nice, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Hey guys, you ever come out here? These Asians, you try to play some basketball against these Asians over here in Chinatown down here? They are nice. These Asians could play some ball over here. Jeremy Lin must have had a huge effect on the Asian community during Lin's sanity because these dudes can ball out here. Get the lights up, guys. Get the lights up. Hit the like button. Live from the Diddy trial. Move that wire out the way. Let's see. Like I said, Diddy's team has been doing an excellent job today. Pretty much destroyed Brianna. Destroyed the guys. I mean, no other way to look at it. I know Tisa Tales is probably gonna. I mean, I wonder what Tisa Tales is gonna say about this. There's no way, Tisa Tales, she does not like Diddy at all, and she despises him. And there's no way she's gonna go live today and say this was a good witness and victim for the prosecutors to put up there. It's just it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. Now Combs' attorney, right? Combs' attorney questions Brianna's timeline of alleged balcony incident. Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland suggested the alleged balcony incident could not have happened with Brianna, okay? Because Sean Diddy Combs was traveling on the East Coast to perform in the Bad Boy Family reunion tour with Cassie Ventura with him. Okay, so this was what my guy was talking about inside the chat earlier on. Okay, so I'm reading that right now. Combs performed in Newark, New Jersey on September 25th, 2016. Said Westmoreland. And Combs and Cassie went to an event in New York on September 26th. In her testimony, Brianna linked the alleged balcony altercation to a photo of a bruise on her leg that said she was taken hours after the incident. Okay, so hours after the incident. I'm trying to look at the timeline of the incident. All right. Westmoreland also showed the jury records for Frank Black from the Trump International Hotel in New York City, which included dining receipts for September 25th and 26, 2016. Records from the Trump Hotel stay showed the check-in date was September 24th, 2016, and the check-out date was September 29th, 2016. You agreed that one person can't be in two places at the same time, Diddy's lawyer asked. Brianna responded, in theory, yeah, and I can't answer that one. Well, guys, she was lying. I mean, that's my opinion. She was lying. Because, guys, when she said it happened, Diddy wasn't there. Now, and her answer wasn't forceful at all when replying. Her answer was not forceful. She just said, in theory, yeah, when asked, you agree that one person can't be in two places at the same time. Brianna says, in theory, yeah, I can't answer that one. And then Diddy's team just called her a flat out liar in front of the jury. Said, you came in here, you lied to the ladies and gentlemen of this courtroom. Salute Jazzy P. Jones. Jazzy P. Jones said, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button, guys. Absolutely melt. He's all right. Absolutely melt. He's guilty. AF. So, well, Bob, now you said that, and let me because my thing is heating up again. Now you just heard what I said. Now I believe that Diddy's defense team did a great job pretty showing that at least this person was lying. Now, this person is a witness for the prosecutors. Now, Diddy's defense team is going like, well, if she was lying, who else was lying? Who else? What other people did the defense bring up here on the stand that was lying? What? Who else? Who else? Who else was lying this whole time? What other liars the prosecutors brought up here to lie under oath in front of the whole world? Hit that like button, guys. Now, like I said, Jane is going to be testifying. Jane Doe. Well, that's not her real name, but she's going to testify. And like I said, I believe the defense team is going to have a field day with her also. Also, a guy named Enrique from iHeartRadio is going to testify. Now, people don't know his real relationship with Diddy, so that might be some surprise testimony that the prosecution is cooking up. But with this person more than likely lying, now the defense could use that and say, well, whatever this guy Enrique is saying must be a lie too, or probably is a lie too. Just to put some, he might be telling the truth, but to sow some doubt in the jury's head. Like, wait a minute, just because the prosecutors are calling these people up on the stand and they are swearing in under oath does not mean that they are telling the truth, guys. That was a big win, guys. Big, huge win. Huge win for Diddy's defense team, guys. After a tough time with the $20,000 payment, $100,000 payment, some may prove RICO. Well, says they prove RICO, racketeering, criminal organization using Bad Boy Records as a front for its criminal enterprise. After that rough testimony, prosecution won that testimony, but now they have taken a big L, huge L. Huge L. They flat out said you're lying. Flat out said you're a liar. You lied inside this courtroom in front of the judge. And like I said, the judge was trying to give them an out. The judge was asking, yo, what does her getting dangled over the 17th balcony have to do with this case? Why would the judge ask that? Is it to get her off the stand? Did the judge want her off the stand? Because if they would have got her off the stand before this testimony, that would have helped out the prosecution. Was the judge trying to help out the prosecution by getting this lady off the stand? Did the judge know she was lying? Hey, that's something to ask. I mean, I don't know. Why would the judge step in there and say, what's the point of her? I mean, she already said yesterday that she was dangled off of the balcony. She already put it out there by Diddy. So why are you trying to stop the defense from cross-examining and, asking the prosecutors, why is she here? I mean, you might as well let Diddy's team go ahead and cross-examine her. She already said that this guy basically threatened to kill her. So why would you try to stop that? And if they would have stopped it, and Diddy's defense team wouldn't have been able to trip her up with Diddy actually being in a whole other state when the alleged, dangling over the balcony happened. If they wasn't able to put that out there, people would have been just assuming that, yeah, maybe Diddy did dangle her over the balcony. That would have been a lasting impression inside those 12 jurors. It's all about the 12 jurors, guys. It's all about the 12 jurors. What are y'all saying in the chat? Hit the like button. Shout out to you, DSW. DSW, I think, DSW, you're going to have something good when you come back to the court. You know what I'm saying? Tisha tells, she knows. Tisha tells got to know that Diddy's team scored the victory with this one, DSW. There's no way Tisha tells can say, I mean, this was horrible for the prosecution. And I'm no legal expert, guys, at all. I'm just a common sense type of guy. I'm just because now, like I said, this Enrique guy, whatever he says, is going to be looked at by the defense team, they're gonna put it out there. Even he could be telling the truth, but now they're gonna be like, well, now the prosecution has a history of bringing up liars on to testify against our guy Diddy. Puff Daddy. Hit that like button, guys. I'm having some fun right now. But like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see Jane when she testifies today. And you know, of course, she'll probably go up there crying with the tears and this and that. But you know, let me see. shout out to you, DSW. Wow, had an important phone call. I will have to listen later and everything. Shout out to Apex Traveler in the building. Apex Traveler here. LOL suckers, bro. Anybody new to the channel? Subscribe. Dude, you all rooting for him when he would bent you all over in a heartbeat. LOL. That's diabolical, bro. Yeah, you know, hopeless. That's not cool to say. Now, listen. I call a spade a spade. When you know, when I felt when I seen the $20,000 payments, when I seen the $100,000 bribery, even though it wasn't to a police officer, they didn't open up a case officially about the Cassie beatdown. They didn't open up a police case, so technically he wasn't hiding evidence because they didn't start a police investigation. So he wasn't hiding evidence from the police. Now we all know that he knew if that got into the hand of the police, they would open up an investigation. But Cassie was not going to press charges. But I still said that was a win for the prosecution. If they're trying to prove RICO and money going in and out of Diddy's company account using the Bad Boy Records, you know, to do and cover up criminal activity, blackmail of Cassie's mother, for the or else he's gonna release the freak off. So that type of stuff, I gave prosecutors credit. But they can't come back with this type of witness that just straight up lying about the guy dangling her off the balcony. You know, that's like I said, that's like Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice. Remember Suge Knight? You know, Vanilla Ice said that he dangled him. He got dangled off of a balcony by Suge Knight because of some record deal or something like that. Come on, guys. Y'all guys got to be fair. I'm just calling a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing it down the middle. I mean, like I know Diddy is a shiesty, pretty much bad guy. I would never hang out with the guy because he's gonna do something to get you locked up or have you holding his guns so he could go pull up on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he done smacked around his girlfriends and he'll do it right in front of you. Now you got to make the decision: are you going to stop him or not? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like guys like that. I know people like that in real life. That you know, come on, we all know somebody like that in real life that be aggressive with their girls and this and that. Now you caught in the middle of it. I don't like hanging around people like that. So I know Diddy is not the type of guy I would want to hang out with. Look at Sean. Sean had to do 10 years. Why? Because he was hanging out with Diddy that night inside that club. My fault. I pressed the wrong button. My fault. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Shine. I went and deal with Diddy. Shine dealt with Diddy, and it led to him getting 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to that super chat. L.A. Wilkes, then Black Line is in the building once again. Baby, all you on deck? Shout out to you. Subscribe to my guy L.A. Wilkes, then Black Line. He will be covering this trial also. Uh, shortly. Well, support the content creators and thank you for that $5. I'm gonna buy me some beers with that one. I'll buy me some beers later on. With that, I might drink some beers out here. Might drink some beers out here. I'm gonna get a ticket. I'm gonna hide the beers. Though. I'm gonna hide the beers. L.A. Wilkes. Please subscribe to my guy's channel, Thin Black Line. Please subscribe to my guy's channel, Thin Black Line. Baby oil on deck, he says. Man. I hit the wrong button also. Says DSW. Yeah, I stay hitting the wrong button up here. Miko, the fake Miko, I want to hang out with Diddy. Hey, listen, you hang out with him, but you're going to get dragged. You'll be having to testify in front of a grand jury too. I better stay. People, I'm telling y'all guys to stay away from people like Diddy. But I'm being fair as far as this testimony. This testimony is wild, man. I mean, that person, that female that was up there, she just pretty much got discredited, and they outright called her a flat out liar. Which, and I agree. I gotta say, I agree. She was lying. A guy can't be in two places at one time unless he had a double. Let's see had a double. Let's see, it's Kim Jong Un from North Korea. You know what I'm saying? You know Kim Jong Un. He be having doubles, body doubles. Arnold Schwarzenegger with a stunt double. That like button, guys. Like I said, LA Wilkes, thank you for that donation. I beat the fifth. It's too hot outside for a beer. Wait until you in under the AC. Don't need you in hospital also. DSW. Oh yeah, you're right. No, it's too early for a beer though. Anyway, it's too early. It says it's too hot. I mean, technically, I could be under the shade, which I'm trying to stay under the shade right now. But it is, it's too early. I'm gonna get me a nice cold Sprite and maybe some more roast duck from the China man. Some duck and some shrimp fry with duck sauce. Hit that like button though, guys. I'm no fan. All right, I am no fan of anyone on earth. I just want him to have a fair trial, and if found guilty, okay. Yeah, and I'm sure, hey, Trump wants him to have a fair trial too, because hey, watch out for Trump too. Watch out for Trump too, guys. Trump, like I keep playing, I keep reminding you, as Trump said, hey, if he feel that somebody was done unfairly by the courts, Trump has had his battles in court. He said he will grant that pardon or commutation, like he did Larry Hoover. Now he don't feel that Larry Hoover was treated unfairly. He just said, well, he did 52 years. Well, it's time for him to be out of federal prison at least. L.A. Wilkes says she be extra. You talk about Tisa? Well, Tisa tells she has to come out today and say that Diddy's team scored the victory. No, there's no other way around it. It'd be almost, it's impossible for her to say anything else, have any other conclusion other than Diddy's team scored a major victory in court today. To be fair. Cabaret is beautiful today. Best move I ever made. Yeah, I know you're loving that beach over there in Cabaret. Oh, you on Kite Beach? You on Kite Beach, but they flying the kites. They love flying them kites over there. Kites, boy, Kite Beach. Hit that like button, guys. The lights up. Live from the Diddy trial. It's going to be interesting to see Jane. I believe Enrique is next to be testifying. Yeah, those kites getting your nerves. Well, you don't want to get hit in the eye, get blinded by a kite. Can you imagine that? A freakish accident like that, you get blinded in one eye. I wish for $1 million. A wishing star just landed on me. It said, make a wish when one of these lands on you. I wish for $1 million. Let me blow it away so my wish can come true. Cabaret over Sasua says, Miko. Yeah, LA Wilkie, you know, you sitting down enjoying the Presidente, saying the best move ever. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, a damn kite come crashing down and hit you in your left eye and blind you. Like, what the? Hit that like button, guys. The lights up. Live for the Diddy trial. We're about to walk over there a little bit later on and see what crazy people was outside. Let me see. Let me read to you what the next witness is going to be. Like I said, Diddy's team flat out called this lady a liar. And a recap for people that are just coming in, hit the like button. Diddy's team called her a liar. They said Diddy was not there. Diddy could not have been inside the state you were in to hold you over the balcony and threaten your life when he was in a whole nother state because of these receipts at the Trump Hotel, whole other state, and a receipt for dinner. So he could not have been in two places at one time. And Brianna just says, well, I guess so. I don't know about that. And that was it. And, you know, let me see. Diddy's team just said, you're a liar. Diddy's team called her flat out a liar. You lied in front of the jury. You lied in front of the judge. You are a flat out liar. Now, the defense briefly addressed Brianna one more time before her testimony concluded, with attorney Nicole Westmoreland asking if her lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs is Brianna's opportunity to become a millionaire. Yo, Diddy's defense team is savage, man. They are savage. Brianna said, I can't agree with that. Westmoreland pointed out that Brianna is seeking $10 million in her civil suit and asked if Brianna cared about becoming a millionaire. Brianna says, I care about justice. She is now off the stand and court is going on break. So the jury is dismissed to 1:30. So they're about to go back in around in another 3 minutes. That was a devastating loss for the prosecutors. Big, huge win, big time win for the Diddy defense. Huge win for Diddy's defense. Let me see. Let's see about this next person that's going to be testifying. This gay guy who nobody really knows much about besides he works for a radio station on iHeart. They don't know about his ties to Diddy. Why is he testifying? What is he going to testify about? So this could be interesting. This Enrique guy could be interesting, or it could be a nothing burger. Let's see. And then the big one is going to be Jane. The big one is going to be Jane, and like I said, I don't know. I think the prosecution after this Jane, they might have to stop calling these female witnesses that claim abuse because the defense team are landing points and wins with the jurors by calling these female witnesses and victims to the stand. They better just stick with the finances and the bribery and stuff like that. What do y'all think? I'm just like I said, I'm just an outside observer. I have no legal expertise or nothing like that. But they are allowing Diddy's team to score wins off of these alleged victims. All right, this is big news, guys. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. The judge warned Combs could be excluded from courtroom for repeatedly nodding at jury during Brianna's testimony. Boom, guys, that's huge. The judge said Diddy stop nodding at the jury. Obviously, guys, Diddy was enjoying the cross-examination of this lady that was on the stand. They totally buried this lady that was on the stand, and Diddy was caught nodding at the jury, guys. The judge warned the defense that Sean Diddy Combs could be excluded from the courtroom if he continues to attempt to interact with the jury. Oh, man. Oh. Yo, this is wild. This is wild. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Wow. The judge said he saw Combs on 2 different occasions during Brianna's testimony looking at the jury and nodding vigorously. The judge said he already warned the defense that Combs can't be making any facial expressions or attempts to have any interactions with or influence the jury. I could not have been any clearer in terms of what I said, the judge said. Well, there was a line of questioning when your client was nodding vigorously and looking at the jury, the judge said. During a sidebar, the judge said he saw Combs doing it a second time. I looked and I saw your client looking at the jury and nodding vigorously. It is absolutely unacceptable. He asked defense attorney Mark Agnifio, is it going to happen again? And then Agnifio said, no, it wouldn't. It's not going to happen again. It cannot happen again, the judge said. And if it does, the judge said, he'll let the government make an application to give the jury an instruction on the issue and will consider more severe measures such as excluding Combs from the courtroom. Oh, man. Woo! What do y'all guys got to say about that? What do y'all say about that? Let me see. Let me see. Get the lights up, guys. Anybody new to the channel? Subscribe to the channel, please. So, guys, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to shut down this live stream. We're going to go over to the other side, see what's going on over there. I'm going to set up another live in a few minutes. I'm going to let this battery cool off. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to your donations. Hit the like button. I will be coming back live in a few minutes after this phone battery cools off. Get the lights up, though. Get the lights up. Get the lights up. And I'm going to have another update from this jury trial well, this Diddy trial, which is a jury trial, but the judge has instructed Diddy to stop nodding at the jurors. But in closing, in this one, huge victory for the Diddy team. Huge victory for the Diddy team. And I'll be back with you guys shortly. Salute. Link up with Soul. Oh yeah. Soul. Yeah. I seen Soul the other day with the hat on. The guy with the hat and everything. Yeah. I know who you're talking about, Ace. I know who you're talking about. I might hop on his live if you let me hop on his live. If I see him around. Was it? I think he was one of the ones that got banned from the. It's a rumor that I don't know. Maybe he was one of the ones about the doxing of Mia. Was he one of the ones that got banned? I wasn't like I heard another YouTuber saying that he was one of the ones, but I can't confirm that. But he do be out here. Sometimes he be over here doing a live. So I don't see him right now. So he probably over there. So shout out to you, Autowell. Yo, Autowell, you missed it. You missed some stuff, man. Autowell. Big win for the Diddy team. They have proved that this lady was lying. Diddy could not have been there to hold this lady over the balcony, 17th floor, because he was in a whole other state at a Trump hotel, getting ready for his concert, and he had receipts for dinner, and big time loss for the prosecutors. Big time loss for the prosecutors, and also Diddy seems happy. Diddy seems happy. He was nodding at the jury as his team was cross-examining the alleged victim. They caught her up. They caught up big time, and huge victory for Diddy today. So far, I think, like I said, I think they're going to have to stop bringing up these females that say they were abused, because Diddy's team is just slaughtering them on cross-examination. I think they need to just stick with the whole RICO and the bribery stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like the jury, now they said Diddy's team was nodding toward the jury. It seems like the jury has been agreeing with these defense. Auto will. $50 says he will reach out to Trump to prevent a Diddy pardon. Well, since you mentioned Trump, all right, before I enter this live, let me go ahead and play for you. Like I do. Let me play for you what Trump said. Let me play for you guys what Trump said, since you brought him up about maybe, possibly giving Diddy a pardon. Hit the like button, and then I'm gonna end this live, and then I'm gonna start a new live after this. But listen to what Trump said.
Mr. President, more of a big six question, but back when you listened to The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Mr. President,
All right, hold on. Let me see some of y'all comments. See some of y'all comments. As long as he buys Trump coin. All right, JoJo. Trump is hilarious. Says Ozzy. Yo, what up, Ozzy? Hit that like button, guys. D Hick is in the building. No, if D Hick, if Diddy wins, I'm not gonna celebrate at all. I'm just trying to call this how I see it, and I believe Diddy's team has a huge, big time victory today in court, and I think they're going to annihilate the next female witness when she gets on the stand later on. Now, first, this guy named Enrique is going to take the stand, but Jane Doe, I believe they're going to annihilate her, and I believe the prosecution better stop bringing up these female alleged victims, because they are allowing Diddy's team to change the narrative and garner favor with the jury. So I'm going to end this live, and I'm going to have a report on exactly what happened with Diddy, and that in the jury he was not into the jury, and the judge warned them about that. Obviously, Tisa tells us in there. I'm gonna see what she said about the jury interactions, and because the jury seems to love the Diddy defense team when they're cross-examining these female witnesses, and I believe the prosecutors better stop bringing up. They're gonna have to cut some of these witnesses off and cut them short. Like I said, I think the judge was trying to get the witness off the stand before Diddy's team finished her off. Diddy's team just straight out called her a liar in front of the courtroom. You are lying. You straight up lied. Killer Brand, shout out to you. All right, guys. Hit the like button. I'll be back in a few minutes in another live. Salute.